Last time on Ace Attorney.
Excuse me, but what the fuck? What is he gonna be prosecuting from a jail cell? Fucking like, oh yeah, we're doing fucking remote, fucking Zoom call into the, just Zoom call into the courtroom. Oh yeah, we do remote prosecutor now, pal. Fucking pandemic really hit the department hard. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Justice for All. Yeah, that's the one that we're playing. Fun. Alright, yeah, we're back here for some more Ace Attorney. Oh man, this is fun. I mean, I just uploaded Lucius episode 4, and I have some free time before I gotta get going, so I'm like, sure, I'll record some Ace Attorney. I'll get ahead of the curve here. So, here we are. Alright, last time, we met some members of the Fae extended family, learned a bit more about the summoning technique, had a big drama about, the doctor being fucking murdered during a channeling, and of course Maya is being framed for it, even though clearly there was someone else in that chamber with them. I mean, I guess I'll try to run through what I remember, right? I mean, so Maya and the client, Dr. Gray, go into the summoning chamber. The door is locked from the inside, and Maya has the key. Now, at this point, me, Lotta Hart, and Morgan are outside of the chamber, so no one can get into the chamber through the main door. However, we hear some gunshots, 2 to be precise. We head in, and we find that Dr. Gray has been stabbed and shot. I'm not sure if they said exactly how many times he got shot, but since I don't think they actually mentioned him being shot multiple times, I think he only got shot once, despite the fact that we heard what sounded like 2 gunshots. There was also a bullet hole in the paneling, which makes me think either someone was behind that paneling and shot through it, or one of the shots missed and actually hit the paneling for whatever reason. We'll determine that in a second. Maya was knocked out but thought she was in the middle of channeling a spirit. And then later on, the key was found by Pearl. We don't know where she found it, but she found it, and since Maya was in possession of the key, and soon after, she was, Morgan stopped the possession and knocked her out. So, someone must have taken that key out of that room sometime around the time of the murder, and I think that's going to be the key to this whole case. How was that person able to get in and out of the summoning chamber without us knowing? Also, Mini-Miney? Any-Miney, looking mighty suspicious right now, but I have a feeling Morgan knows more than she's letting on, and actually, I almost forgot, we actually ended on a bit of a cliffhanger last time, because Mia is apparently hiding something from us? Like, what? And she actually had, like, a bunch of, like, soul locks. Like, she had, like, 3 different ones. So, like, whatever she's hiding, she must be trying very hard to keep it a secret. So I am very intrigued to find out what the fuck that could be. So, yeah. Alright, enough rambling, let's get right to it. June 21st, 9:48 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean, oh, fuck, I forgot about this. So, apparently, the prosecutor's Von Karma's son? I think that's... Was it a dog? No. I don't know if Gumshoe specified the gender, but he may have said son? I'm not sure. But whatever. The Prosecutor Von Karma's child, who apparently learned to prosecute in Germany and became a prosecutor at age 12, is gonna be prosecuting this case. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be fucking interesting. Hopefully, they'll be, you know, will actually have morals like Etrith did, and maybe will be able to help us out. Hopefully they won't just be a heartless piece of shit like Von Karma, which was interesting. All right, Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean? No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma. What a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks. Also, he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sort of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. Oh, we know what kind of tricks. He fucking retrained a parrot! And now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. If they're a successor of Von Karma, it can't be too bad. It can't be too good. Although I suppose, to be fair, Edgeworth was trained by Von Karma. I think Von Karma actually adopted Edgeworth, so he turned out pretty good. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Okay. Morgan. Oh, Pearly. You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran! Oh no! I can't. Oh my god. It takes 2 hours by train? Oh man. I mean, I guess spirit medium training is physically rigorous. I think Maya mentioned something about sitting under a waterfall, so I don't know. Maybe she's like really buff under those robes. Who knows? Pearly, what about the train? Actually, maybe she should give up spirit mediuming and look into a career in long distance running. There might be Olympic potential there, you know what I mean? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least, I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's Nick's rival. Well, also his boyfriend.
Objection!
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday.
Objection!
Every trial was a scorching, fierce battle until the very end.
Objection! Objection!
It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life. Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Oh! Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. Okay. He's gone. And he's not coming back. Oh no, Phoenix is heartbroken. Oh, that's so sad. Why am I laughing? Oh, that's really sad. Oh no. But also really cute at the same time. Oh my god. Don't hit me with the feels this early on, game. God damn it. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Our court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick! Oh. This got depressing. June 21st, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 2. I was having so much fun, and then... the feels. Oh. Now I'm sad. Oh! Looks like it was a daughter after all. Okay, I was wrong.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared?
What is with this kid? I'm pretty sure Von Karma did this exact same thing.
Mr. Wright, are you prepared?
Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Okay, fuck, I gotta think of a voice. Shit. Give me a second. I used to have a good German accent. I haven't done a German accent in years, and if I tried one, it would actually be horrible. It would actually be the worst things you've heard in your life. So I'll spare you from that and try not to do a German accent. So I gotta think of something else that's distinctive. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Let's try something like that. Like very self-important, I guess you could say. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on, so she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Let me guess, you have revenge on me. Revenge. Oh, fuck, is that a whip? What? Why does she have a whip? Bailiff? Tackle her! You can't have a whip in a courtroom, what the fuck? And now she's threatening me? I see you stretching that threateningly. Revenge? This is about her father, Manfred von Karma?
If it's something of a personal nature, I can assure you. Ow!
I'm talking. Oh, fuck! If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. She just fucking whipped the judge! What the fuck? Arrest her? What? Is no one gonna arrest her? She literally just assaulted the judge! What the fuck? I guess the bailiff is just too scared to arrest her. She's ready to strike. Fuck! If you interrupt me again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Ow! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please.
Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. So, how'd that work out for your daddy? Cause last I checked, it didn't go too good for him. Now, you don't look 40 years old unless you have a really good skincare routine. So, I'm gonna take a gander and say that your record isn't 40 year long. So, since this is since you're gonna lose this trial, your perfect record isn't even gonna match up to your daddy's, and I take Tim down. I doubt you'll pose much of a threat compared to him. So, let's see. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. You want to borrow my thesaurus? Could come in handy. A lot of words that you can use to express someone's stupidity other than fool. I mean, you're really limiting your vocabulary there, aren't you? 10 minutes? I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. You Von Karmas, always with the fucking time limits. God damn it, making me pull up the fucking clock up on my phone. Alright. Now, if you remember, when Von Karma put a time limit, when Big Daddy Von Karma put a time limit during Edgeworth's trial, I actually timed it on my phone, and we got really close. Like, I'm pretty sure we were, like, I think, like, yeah, we were within, like, a 10-second difference for, like, a several-minute-long time interval. It was timed perfectly. So, let's see if this game's... Oh, fuck, I gotta start it. That's right, I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Oh, fuck, I accidentally paused that. Alright, let's keep it moving, Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say that you did kill someone. How foolish! If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. So far we're a minute in, so we still have 9 minutes to change our plea. Witness, your name and occupation? Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct, pal. Ah! Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. We're on a time limit here. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. Our channeling chamber has no windows and the door is locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. Okay.
Then, what were they doing in there?
They were all channeling a spirit, sir.
Channeling a spirit?
That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyways, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room. Okay, multiple. Good. After a few witnesses broke down the door and rushed into the room.
Ah, that's when they found the victim already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over.
Yeah, it's a locked room murder. Floor plans, crime scene, right.
So, how was the victim killed?
2 minutes. I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. The cause of death, alright? Let's see this. The cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
So the victim was stabbed before being shot?
As the victim's autopsy report, sir. Okay. Stabbed in the chest, shot in the forehead at point-blank range. So where's the other gunshot?
A court accepts this into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
All right, 3 minutes on the clock. We have 7 left until we can change our plea bargain. All right. Was there only one shot? Point blank, huh? So how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 and 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like Edgeworth. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? You're not making yourself clear. Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and it gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess.
You're a defense attorney! What the fuck?
So what about this bullet hole? Oh, fuck. I genuinely have no idea what to do here. We're gonna run out of time to do our plead bargain. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Okay, let's press on that. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have? Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point of view I'm missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints? There were fingerprints?
Alright, good. Found the right way. Along with the victims, the defendant Maya Fey were also on the grip, sir. Okay.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon?
I walked right into her hands there. Did that get added? It did not. For the victim was stabbed in the chest. Did we find a knife? Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife.
I see! And whose knife was it?
Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. Yeah, but why was it in there? And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. See, the thing is, if she was channeling a spirit, the spirit wouldn't be able to bring in any weapons from outside because the channeling started inside the chamber.
All over it, huh?
Oh, this does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? One was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after stabbing. Nothing sounds out of place so far. I shall learn more about the murder weapons for now. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So, pistol shot to the forehead, point blank range, stabbed. Okay. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya stabbed him with the intent to kill. I used the pistol to finish the victim off after stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure as can be. One look at the wound and you'll come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. God damn it, expand your vocabulary, woman! A pistol shot to the forehead at point-blank range is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What a pain. That's enough.
Okay, let me think here. I don't care if I ran out of time here. So, thing is, right? It makes no sense. Assuming it was a spirit that killed him, it makes no sense that the spirit would have, that Maya would have a knife on her from the get-go. Also, why would the defendant be shot? I mean, if you have a knife, right, and you've already stabbed him, you committed to stab him with the intent to kill. He survives. What do you do then? You stab him again. You don't fucking reach into his pocket, pull out his gun, and shoot him. It makes no goddamn sense.
That's enough. We've clearly established how the victim was murdered.
I brought the two murder weapons with me today.
Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
Murder weapon was Gray's. 2 shots fired, bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Murder weapon, small fruit knife, belongs to the face, bears Maya's fingerprints. Oh, that's right. So, okay, so I have a feeling... So, because the knife has his fingerprints, I'm assuming the gun. I'm assuming he actually tried to use it to defend himself. In that case, that would explain that he actually fired the first shot, which missed, right? Interesting. Alright, let's see how this develops. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh. This does seem like an open and shut case.
Fucking, she also bows. Naturally. This is literally, she's just Edgeworth. She's literally Edgeworth. Her mannerisms are exactly the same. That's going from bad to worse. And we've hit 10 minutes, so as of right now, we are no longer allowed to change our bargain. You'll love to see it. As if the summary was just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty?
Ah, right.
It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
Just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you could change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense because now would be the time to do so? This is your final chance.
This is a huge decision. I'm gonna think this all the way through. All right. That was actually remarkably well timed as well. What the fuck? As of right now, I mean, I paused it after we hit 10 minutes, but I think this is at like the 11-minute mark. So yeah, within 1 minute, it wasn't as exact as during Big Daddy Von Carl. Well, that's to be expected. She's not as experienced as him. So, but yeah, that was remarkably well timed as well. Good job, developers. That was really well timed. Nice. All right, let's get going. Plead justified self-defense. Hell nah. If we plead justified self-defense, we'd basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I mean, that's kind of extreme, don't you think? I mean, if it's self-defense, I can't let that happen. Your Honor,
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
fuck. Okay. I need to go get a drink real quick. Give me a second.
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright, detective. Yeah, pal. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Yeah, great. In true Von Karma style, trying to end a trial in a few minutes. Yeah, I mean, really employing that blitzkrieg, right? I mean...
No. See here, proceedings are run by... Ah!
Yeah, she's actually scarier than her father.
Oh, yes, of course! Go ahead, detective, give your testimony!
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Incriminating evidence. This can't be good. Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. It's a uniform, but sure. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Was not fighting back.
So, this is the costume! There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood in this!
Not fighting back, you say? I think that's the contradiction.
His piece...
Oh, fuck. Gumshoe, your voice was very deep right there. This piece directly links to my fate of the crime, sir.
I see! The court accepts this into evidence.
Right.
Alright, Mr. Wright!
Has fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes? Could the situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. I never actually noticed that she's calling him by his full name. Okay, what's our angle here? Let's see. Not fighting back. Okay, let's press first. See if we can dig up some more details on that. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal.
so that the murderer have a fight with the victim or not. Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically.
We're in real trouble now. If only had something to prove that the victim did fight back. Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with his testimony alone. I'll find a critical contradiction somewhere, and then I'll have her. Time to whip her into shape. Okay, pal, you don't gotta bring out the puns, you know. I mean, whipping is fine, but you can't whip out, but you can't bring out psychological torture like that. And you can't use psychological warfare. That's too much. That's literal torture to my ears, pal. I can't stand puns. All right, that's it. That's what we gotta contradict. Well, what exactly? Perhaps the fact that the pistol was fired twice?
Objection!
Since he was only shot once. Your Honor, that statement contradicts. Fuck! Shit! Not fighting back. Alright, let's just press him on all. Actually, let's see what the hint is. That Von Karma. Oh no. Yeah, we gotta find a critical contradiction. I guess let's try to press see if we can get some more info. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal?
Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in court. All right, just please stop glaring at me like that.
Oh, we're biting back. We're not letting Von Karma have all the spiciness today, I guess. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? I doubt it. I mean, Mia wore her regular suit all the time, unless those are specially designed medium clothes or some bullshit. It's covered in blood. There's blood on the costume. Well, that result shows it's the victim's blood.
Oh, it's the victim's blood. Oh my god, it must have been a massacre. So there's blood for the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Oh, well. If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on.
Ah, yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Not even the judge is on her side? Find out more off than I can chew here. What can I do? We have to press further. Give me all the evidence you can. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? Right, because she's trying to create the perfect case, like her father before her and Edgeworth to a certain degree. She's not gonna let she's gonna try to prevent Gumshoe from saying anything that she thinks could derail her case. Therefore, she's trying to stop him from saying something. It could all be a trap. There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. The bullet hole. There must be something about this costume. Oh my god, how did I not notice that sooner? There's a bullet hole on the left sleeve of that costume. A bullet hole. I'll say that again for the ones in the back. A bullet hole! So yeah, Gray did fight back. I just have to look harder.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Ah, looks like my time is up. So about the costume. Well, Judge, I'm not gonna be poking any holes in that costume. The hole has already been poked for me. Your Honor, Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal?
Where's this problem you were talking about?
I've come this far, there's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Oh, come on, aim it correctly.
Take that!
Boop! I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeves of this costume.
The sleeve! There's a tiny hole here!
Hole? That wasn't in the report.
Hold on! What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder!
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
You're the detective! You're supposed to be the one doing the telling! A hole that smells of gunpowder?
It looks like I've found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole.
Oh no! This is a very grave matter! It's best you correct the court record first before anything else!
Right? Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? Oh, fuck. Is this her trap? This is her trap, isn't her? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. The tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now is a fluke. Nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. If the police can miss a fucking bullet hole, we cannot trust any of their investigation.
Well, I agree this is a mistake on the part of the police! What Prosecutor Von Karma said is true! The evidence still stands!
No, it fucking doesn't! Not with this kind of gross incompetence! I call for a mistrial!
If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then...
No way! You're telling me that this detective missed a bullet hole. A bullet hole! And you're still gonna trust his investigation? Why do I play this game? Why do I have my mental sanity snapped from me every single time I open up this godforsaken game?
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, sir. Defendant attacked and killed the person without a doubt. It's not fighting back. Jesus Christ. Well, at least now we know what to present.
Objection!
So obvious. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yep, pal. I mean, call me by my full name. It's kind of a weird feeling. It's like you're my mom or something. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask you, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? He's not serious, is he? He can't actually be serious right now. Can he? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Dun dun dun! Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right, pal.
It would seem you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is it that "are you finished yet" laughed? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma,
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, this is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct!
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, the defense clearly said they rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty.
Don't you... Why, that's right!
Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. Oh, no. Yeah, I saw where that was going.
Well, that's true.
But it does prove that the detective's investigative skills are clearly not up to par. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate a plea for justified self-defense.
Huh? How so?
Ah! Don't just stand there! Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day! With the new information that we acquired added in, of course.
You mean by myself? You want me to put together a scenario all by myself?
Ah! Yes, sir, right away, sir! Oh, Gumshoe's really not up to snuff for this, is he? What transpired? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Also, I'm pretty sure the bullet hole through the, armhole ended up hitting the panel in the back, which would explain that bullet hole as well. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Defendant picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. It's a 17-year-old girl.
This scenario you've put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright.
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
What transpired? Alright, where's the contradiction here? Let's think. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to... Is it that easy? I mean, they said the victim couldn't fight back. Didn't they? Suspicious.
Hold it!
So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him? If you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. Afterwards, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I think that's just your normal lack of brain matter. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's not gonna fly, Chief Aruni. Yeah, ain't gonna fly with me, Chief. I think we just present the autopsy report.
Objection!
I guess the literal minutes ago where Gumshoe said, I stab won't allow him to even move. Bruh. Alright, what do you gotta say, Phoenix? Testimony certainly makes us look really very bad. There's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering is gonna uncover the truth. I can feel it. Okay, let's try pressing. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. And in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. Do you think you can get away with this with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Huh? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied on the Kurain channeling technique? Like I said before, I am perfect. Yeah, like her father before her. She's doing the most batshit crazy shit to get her verdict.
What are you talking about? I don't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony.
Why? Two fighting, the victim took out a gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from? I looked like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it in for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. How in the world does that work? So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. Two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. How, though? Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. Victim already taken off the safety. But the safety of even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even me? I wonder. Fucking pulls out a gun. Well, the prosecution is dead, Your Honor, so I guess I win by default.
Well, this is unprecedented.
Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. Well, I know where the contradiction is. It's the fact that he wouldn't have been able to fight back, but how do we do that? Right, the fact that he was stabbed before? The costume! I'm gonna say it's really faulty, Your Honor. Is this gonna be our first loss of the game? It has to be this. Right? The knife? And, well, we've lost the trial.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no case for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Maya Fey, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month of today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, shit. That went badly. Thankfully, I saved. Shit. What did I do here? It's obvious that the victim wasn't able to fight back. That's a clear contradiction. Wouldn't this imply that the shot went downwards? No, I thought maybe that would imply that, like, the shot was angled downwards, therefore it couldn't have been during, like, a physical altercation. But no. It has to be this. The victim used the last of his strength to fight back. That's clearly what we're supposed to contradict, because I know that, because when we try to press him on it, Von Karma doesn't let him continue to talk. So it's not the autopsy report? What? It has to be. What the fuck could it be? Am I trying to contradict the wrong item? Took a shot, they were too close, he missed. I mean, he didn't really miss. He hit the, I mean, he hit the costume, right? He didn't miss. Wait. Is that? There's no burn on that bullet hole. They made a big deal about the gunpowder burn back before, because he was shot at point blank range. There was a gunpowder burn. But this bullet wasn't shot at point blank range because there's no burn. Is this it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Is it this? I thought for sure it was the fact that the victim wouldn't have been able to fight back, but I guess let's try it.
Objection!
Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Oh, shit! I guess it was! Shit! What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright!
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Okay. Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Ow! But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume.
That is a very good point! And what exactly does this mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away, and it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How's that?
Objection!
As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was quite severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then, that's right. The defendant must push the victim away. After stabbing him, she must put some space between the doctor and herself. Oh, Daddy would never be this sloppy. Entworth would never be this sloppy. Really? You've had a perfect record for 5 years with these logical skills? Are you kidding me? What? At least Von Karma was believable. He was fucking terrifying. You're not even close. Like, holy shit. That's so bad I want to cry. Okay, so okay, let me just reiterate the situation you were insinuating. So we have two people. One of them has a knife. The other one has a gun. And you're saying that the person with a knife tried to put space between themselves and the person with a gun. Do you understand what might be considered faulty about this logic, Miss Prodigy? And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There, that should satisfy even you.
That does make an awful lot of sense!
Judge, why?
What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. That doesn't make any goddamn sense! There's a fatal flaw in your argument, Your Honor. A fatal
flaw? Ow!
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. Has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make a final blow? And when she was about to strike, the doctor took a shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you here. I guess just the fact that the guy had a gun! That should be more than enough! Take a look at this.
Oh, why are you showing us this to me, pal? Prosecutor Von Karmer's explanation and this piece of evidence do not contradict.
Huh?
Looks like you need to use the brain a little more, pal.
Being lectured by Gumshoe of all people? It's so embarrassing.
Come on, hurry up and get the thinking cap on.
Oh, come on! That's so bullshit. Come on. Literally, the explanation is that he had a gun. That's it. There's no need for these really fucking complicated, like, gigabrain plays here, right? He had a gun! What? The bullet hole, right? It has to be the bullet hole, right? Because if he gets pushed and falls to the ground, she's coming at him, the bullet must have been fired with an upwards or, at best, horizontal trajectory. It couldn't have been fired downwards. Right?
Take that!
This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. Or, you know, the fact that he has a gun. Why would you push away a guy with a gun?
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Ah! Hey, it looks like you already know what I'm talking about. What?
Mr. Wright, your explanation, please.
Are these two really that clueless? A bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground.
Order! This changes everything!
Please, look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. She should have been here.
Take that!
She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole in this costume. Ah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright! You!
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing away from the victim while she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. Prosecution has been claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at that time? Squatting all the way from the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Nah.
Upon further consideration, it thus make very little sense.
I figure there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the Oh, what she got up her sleeve this time? Blast radius of disaster. You sure are a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. All the things to inherit, why did it have to be the smarmy smile? Detective! How dare you damage my perfect logic! This is my fault. You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think it is. I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call him the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
Oh, this is the end? For right now? Yep. To be continued. Alright, that was interesting. Well, I guess I'm supposed to give you my thoughts on everything that went down right now. Well, that way it was certainly interesting. So, we've met the new Von Karma. Franziska, I believe it was? Okay. Nowhere near as terrifying as her dad. She gives you a much more of an Edgeworth vibe, I guess you could say. Honestly, this trial was a bit infuriating for me. It's where some of the dumb parts of the game end up rearing its ugly head. But I mean, this is the type of case in a lot of situations where I have something, like, for example, right? When Gumshoe said, in his final moments, he must have fought back, that directly contradicted what he said earlier when talking about the autopsy report, saying that, after a stab, that because of the really intense stab, the victim would have not been able to fight back. I should have been able to contradict that with Gumshoe's testimony, right? But I wasn't able to. But, I mean, I think what really pissed me off was the gun thing. It was like, so, it's like, you have a person with a knife fighting a person with a gun. Why would the person with a knife push the person with a gun back and create distance? That seems like the most retarded, that might actually take the cake for the most retarded thing I have heard in both this and the first game. Holy fuck, I lost brain cells hearing that from Franziska. But it was never brought up again. The contradiction was that the bullet must have been at a different angle, which, okay, sure, it makes sense. But still, the fact that the fucking, it's like, it infuriates me. It's like, when I try to do, like, logic and reasoning, it's like, the judge is like, oh no, you've got to present hard evidence, or I'm not gonna take your really solid logic. Meanwhile, the prosecution just, like, says the most random shit they can come up with, and the judge is like, yes, that makes complete perfect sense. All right, Mr. Phoenix Wright, I guess the client is guilty. Even if it's, like, the most batshit insane thing that doesn't make any goddamn sense, I have to, like, find, like, strong evidence to disprove it. It's so fucking bullshit. God damn it. Why are they held to, why am I held to such a higher standard than the fucking prosecution? I hate it. I fucking hate it. Like, if I could just throw out random claims like that made no goddamn sense, I would have literally just finished all my cases by now with, like, a perfect score. What the fuck? But, I mean, god damn it. That was stupid. That was actually fucking stupid. And it actually made me really fucking mad. But, whatever. Alright, let's think now. Enough of me just ranting about this. Let's think about how the case is actually going down. So, alright. Following the logic that has been set out here, Maya was near the folding screen when the shot rang out. This implies that there was a second person in that summoning chamber. So the second person gets into an altercation with Dr. Gray. That person, they stab Dr. Gray. Dr. Gray shoots them. He misses. The bullet passes through Maya's sleeve and hits the folding board. Then the killer wrestles the gun away from Dr. Gray and kills him. Essentially, then she sets up everything to make it seem like Maya is the true culprit. I suppose the interesting thing here is that how does the timing work out? Because very soon after we heard the shots, we broke into that room. I would assume no more than 30 seconds passed between the shots going off and us breaking into the room. So it's not like the killer would have had enough time to, you know, put Maya's fingerprints on the murder weapon and cover her in blood, right? So that tells me that maybe it was prepped earlier, but then how did Dr. Gray not notice, or Maya for that instance, notice that someone was like setting up a murder right in front of them, right? I don't know. The timing just doesn't make any sense because, you know, either the killer is like as fucking like superpowers, like he just fucking Zawardo and pauses time to set up the crime scene. There's no way. There's no way they'd be able to set up the crime scene as we saw it in time. And Maya was indeed channeling. So I'm not sure. There's just too much to be considered here. There are too many variables and too many unanswered questions that we really don't know. I mean, clearly there was someone else in the summoning chamber. There must have been. So we need to figure out who they were. I don't think figuring out exactly how they got in or out is especially important. It should be fine. The question is, what actually happened in there? Because going off the information that we have right now, I don't think we can safely establish exactly what happened unless... No. Oh my god. Unless Maya... Okay, so I remember that Inimini had Summoner had a chest full of spirit medium clothes. If she snuck into that summoning chamber dressed like a spirit medium, and then, you know, while, you know, through some sort of chain of events, she was able to knock Maya out and, you know, put her in the corner. Or maybe she put Maya behind the folding screen. Then, when Dr. Gray could have, you know, been there, and then the spirit medium could have pretended to perform the channeling, right? I mean, not the spirit medium, the killer could have pretended to be Maya. I mean, the summoning chamber is very poorly lit. It wouldn't be too hard for them to pass as Maya. After that, they would simply need to kill him, and then simply swap out the clothes they were wearing with the clothes Maya was wearing. And really, the summoning gear is basically a jacket. It's like a windbreaker. It's really easy to put on and off. So I think that she would definitely have time to do that. The question then is, how did we get to the situation that we saw when we entered? Because when we entered, we saw Maya standing there in channeling mode. So what happened? I suppose another possibility is that Maya did indeed channel Mini Miney, and that the two sisters actually worked together as accomplices to kill Gray. I don't know. We're gonna need to gather more information. Hopefully, since Lotta has pictures, we'll be able to better get an understanding of exactly where everyone was positioned after we broke down the door, which should certainly help us glean some better insight out of this case. But anyways, that's gonna have to wait. So yes, that's gonna do it for this episode of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. If you're still here, thank you for sticking all the way through and listening to my mindless ramblings. Even when I get mad at this game for some of its silly stuff, I still love it. I still love it, and it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to keep playing it. So, yeah, if you're, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And if you're new around here, oh my god, I had to hit my pop filter. If you're new around here, that happens a lot. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when the next one comes up. Also, be sure to tune in to our streams every Friday at 5. Every Friday at 6 now. And every Sunday at 3. And, yeah, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next time. And hopefully Von Karma won't be fucking retarded that time. Jesus fucking Christ.